here we are finally. It's been a few days since the last clip, unfortunately. I had a few things to do and need to clear up more of the garage. As you can see, this wall is now clear. I have moved. The idea was I originally was going to have a forge over there behind you. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out as well as I wanted, and I thought it was going to look better over here. Clean a wall for now. So this is the assembly video. Very, very excited to start. Once I've done the assembling, as you can see, this has a concrete cement reinforcement on the top. That's just to stop it damaging the fibre mesh too much, so it can last a bit longer. I'd done that off camera, a bit boring, only took me 20 minutes, and to be honest, it was dark. You weren't going to see anything anyway. So that's ready. I brought everything else down, as you can see here. This is the propane. So I need to hook this all up and let's get started. Right, it is assembled. I've tightened everything up, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. So, just to show you around quickly, we have the pressure valve here, which is tied in the back, not going anywhere. We have this gas inlet hose, which goes on behind me. I don't think, is that on screen? Yeah, just about. So this is where the propane is stored. It has a pressure gauge here. I can adjust the flow from either one of these knobs, which you can, oh, just see me a bit, hello. So I can adjust that to kind of however I please. I've also got these valves where I can also adjust the gas flow here. I've looked around online, and as I said, this is my first time doing anything like this, so a lot of this is research I've done. I've spoken to people. This should be roughly 30 psi, so I'm going to set it to that, and hopefully that will, people say that's the optimum sort of pressure efficiency, so you won't be losing too much gas for your heat. So I've got my safety equipment just over here, so I'm going to do the first ignition with my gloves on, but I'm going to put everything on when I'm actually dealing with the molten metal for the first time. But I suppose, actually I'll show you close up as well, hang on. Right. So yes, as I was saying, here's that pressure valve, which you can just about see there. I have this here, which is also another isolation valve, and the isolation valve that comes with the tank. So then we have over here, this is our forge. As you can see, it is covered in, I think they called it refractory cement, so you need to sort that out, which is all done. And we have this, so turns it back, that's tight, and then you have two valves. On the front, if you can just see there, has an open and close, or on off, so on, off, on and off. So they're both in the off position for now, so I can test the pressure over here on the tank, so I can check to make sure there's no leaks. I've got my tongs just here. Obviously, they're not going to be right next to the forge when it's going. I have 2 buckets of water, one here, filled for quenching and keeping things cool. This crucially hot. So this is all ready to go. I have my 3 little ingots here, 1, 2, 3. Assortment of tools, my copper, and this is the SWA that I mentioned previously. So, alright, without further ado, I will get this all set up, and I will do the first ignition with you guys in a few minutes. See you soon. Right, so here we are. I'm going to put you here for the first ignition. I'm just going to pressure test everything, and I will get back to you in a second. Alright, so here we are. The hose is pressurized. It's at 30 psi, however I'm going to open these valves very slowly. So hopefully that won't cause any issues. I've got, as I said, just behind over here, there's a fire extinguisher, so we don't need to worry about anything too much. And I've got water behind me in case of anything really bad. But I'm very, very excited. So I'm going to put my gloves on. So these are my gloves here. Yeah, you can just about see that. black, reinforced with Kevlar. All of my forge equipment is reinforced with Kevlar. Has a sort of lining in there as well to keep my hands warm, which is nice. Not that I'm going to be needing the warmth, I don't think. So yeah, I'm very nervous, but I suppose there's not much more to do apart from do it. Wish me luck. That's so cool. Right, so I don't know how much this you can hear, but the first ignition went very well, very happy. As you can see, it's just a bit of steam coming here. That's just the moisture evaporating. I'm going to open the valves up a little bit more. I'm so excited. That steam is just purely moisture. I'm just getting it in there to let that moisture get out before I throw any metal in there. Very hot already. That is so cool to look at. You can see the reflection. So cool. Right, I'm going to throw some metal in. I don't want to put too much in at first, but that should do for the first, little bit. I don't know how much you can hear, but this is amazing for me. It's starting to go molten. Like, that bit that I just put in is already starting to go molten. So it's just a matter of time now. I'm so excited. It's going so well so far. That's a big bit of copper I put in, so hopefully it will take quite a while to go. But then again, it's already got so hot that it might not. This is now running at about 1400 degrees Celsius at the moment. That is so strange to see. That is already solid. So I wonder, can I? Wow. Okay, I'm going to get this relit because I think I can continue with this. Hello, I just want to go over a couple of mistakes that I actually made here. The first mistake was leaving the lid of the crucible. It caused it to warp and no longer fits the crucible, which you can see here obviously. It's a bit annoying, but it's a mistake that I made. The mistake 2 was that I turned off the gas too early, allowing the molten metal to cool and become solid again, preventing me from pouring anymore. As a result, I had to waste more gas to get the crucible back up to the temperature it was originally at. The third mistake was I overfilled the crucible. As you can see, I couldn't pick up the crucible without putting my tongs into the molten metal, and it was actually a lot heavier than what I think I realised it was going to be. My fourth mistake was I tried to break the remaining cooled layer of molten metal in the crucible with the tongs, hoping it would break, melting the copper again. This is just me being stupid. Don't repeat this at home. When breaking through the solid layer eventually, the tongs dipped into the molten part below, encasing them shut. I then had to heat them up to break them apart, so I could actually use the tongs together again. The fifth and final mistake I had was my phone was too close to the crucible. Well, I should rephrase that. I had my phone in close proximity to a 1400 degrees burning hot crucible, therefore it is no surprise that it caused to overheat and lose some footage as a result. But in all seriousness, I did think it was actually far enough away. In reality it just wasn't. As I said repeatedly through these videos, this is a learning curve for my blacksmithing and filming, so I'm going to make mistakes. But at the end here you're going to see the crucibles burning quite a nice green. And after filming I didn't notice it too much, but in the film obviously you obviously can. I mentioned this to my granddad about the colour changing flames. He explained to me it was actually a chemical reaction between the copper and the carbon of the crucible, which is graphite, causing it to go green. I just thought I'd throw that fact in here at the end. Right, so I had a bit of technical difficulty, but this one I just poured, it's the last of the copper in that crucible. So now, for the fun part that I've been waiting to do for quite a while, and it's called quenching. Just going to wait for that to cool down just a little bit more. You can't see it, but I can. On this ingot here, it's just starting to bubble. So I'm just going to splash a bit of cold water on it for it to solidify. There, look at that, so cool. So look, you can already see that's solid metal. Right. Actually, this I think is best if I do it out here for you, because you'll be able to see a little bit better. As I've lost light completely inside, I need to give you a bit of light so you can see outside. Right, that look about good? Yeah, look at that. Right, put my equipment on again. Right. I can't tell you how weird this is to pick up. Ready? Was amazing. I'm just going to stick the other ones in there so they can cool down as well. It goes to show how hot this still is. Instantly steams. Look, instantly vaporizes any moisture sat on them. Oh, that sound. So violent. Oh, that's so cool. Ready for two at once? Not satisfying, they are a bit older. This one here is my first ingot cast. Oh, that was amazing. Alright, I'm going to leave that to cool for a second and I'll take you inside. Alright, that was honestly one of the best experiences I've had in my life. That was so fun. And I genuinely just can't express how much joy that gave me. I'll just show you around for us. This is my little apron, by the way. Heat resistance, all Kevlar reinforced. Generally surprised this bucket held up as well as it did. And this is still very, very hot. As you can well see, my phone actually overheated. I was just about here, so about 2 meters away, and the phone overheated, so I don't know how much it actually caught. That was just because inexperience. As I said, this is going to be sort of processed with a thaw, but that was just inexperience on my behalf, unfortunately. I actually had 2 full ingots, 6 kilogram ingots, 4 1 kilos, and a half of a 6. So all in all, I must have about, I don't know, nearly 20 kilos, I would imagine. It was unbelievable how hot that got, and how quickly as well. I mean, that entire thing for me, not for you, was 40 minutes. And that was from the first ignition, as you saw on camera. That was my first ignition. That copper, I mean, I didn't realise how much would be in there, to be perfectly honest. I thought best, it would only have 6 to 8, but I was very wrong. And I'm glad that I also got that on camera, because this is meant to be an experience for us, not just for me. So I'm very glad that I got that on camera so you guys can see my mistakes at the same time, because there will be a few. Luckily, no fires. Oh, it's very dark in here. I don't know if you guys can see me properly, but I mean, that's just so cool. All this is learning experience for me, and I'm glad that I'm doing it with you guys to show I'm not just trying to look perfect, but I'm actually going through this experience with you guys at the same time. Something I've just noticed, hang on. Alright, so this is, I've got the flash on now, hello. But this is the crucible, and look. So you can actually see how much propane is still in here. So that is frozen, literally frozen. So I've only used that much, well I say that much, quite a bit of propane used there. Alright, so I've just gone through and shut down all the forge properly. There's no remnants of any gas leak. I've isolated everything. I'm going to leave it, I'm going to stay with it for a little bit because it's still very hot. I mean, it's still glowing orange, just to give you an indicator of how hot it actually is. Yeah, again, I just can't express how fun that was for me to do. It was just extraordinary for me to be able to do this, you know, for the first time ever. I had so much fun doing it. The melting of the copper was actually strange to watch. I mean, I've worked with copper for the past 7 years, so quite a while, and the amount of times I've cursed this copper for not bending, not moving when it should, and to watch it melt into liquid is such a surreal experience for me specifically. So yeah, I'm just gonna tidy everything up, and if anything else happens in the next sort of, you know, 20 minutes, I'll let you guys know and I'll record it for you. Hello, I just want to do a quick outro for this video and talk about a couple of things while I have you. I've really enjoyed this experience again, and I've already filmed the 3rd video that will go up next week, so tune in for that one. But I just want to talk very quickly about my 2 other channels. I have a gaming channel which is Ember's Crucible Games, where I'll be playing games that involve blacksmithing, which I've started. I've already done a stream, which I have Twitch, Ember's Crucible Streams. Very excited about both of them. I'm enjoying it a lot. I then have Crockford Chronicles, which is my vlogging side of, you know, what I'm doing. So that's going to be behind the scenes stuff and a bit about my personal life. So if you enjoy either one of those, head over to there. The link will be in the description. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you there. Bye.